Hi, I'm Danny Brugmann. I'm the tech director here at Christian Fellowship, and this is
Kaylyn Briscoe. I'm the children's ministry director.
Our amazing children's ministry director. And today we're going to be talking about Play, Worship, Pray. It's a great event coming up in just a little bit. But to start, Kaylyn, in summary, what is Play, Worship, Pray?
Yeah, so Play, Worship, Pray is a new event. We haven't actually done it before, but it's very similar in some ways to our prayer and worship nights, but we're adding a really fun element to it where just as families and friends and church members, we're just all coming together just to have a really fun night together, enjoying one another. Food will be there. You can bring food. We'll also have lots of yard games and activities that will be in the sanctuary. So regardless of if it rains or is shining, we'll have the event, but it'll just be a really good time of fellowship together. And then as well as that, we'll enjoy some worship and prayer together after that.
Yeah, with this weather it's having, it's good that it's inside.
Yeah.
So what kind of led us to, how did this event come about? Why Play, Worship, Pray?
Yeah, well, we have to get really creative when our budgets get sliced and diced a little bit. So we knew going into this year that our budgets were going to be a little bit tighter. So that was a little bit of it. But mainly, so in our cfKidz discipleship dinner, we've been focusing a lot on our just spiritual health. And one of the topics that we've talked about a lot is rest and enjoyment, and just the idea of keeping the Sabbath. And although that's not really something that's a huge element of something we really focus on a lot at CF, it's really something that struck a chord with me personally. And so just kind of in our family and trying to think of how do we keep the Sabbath holy? How do we celebrate, rest? How do we remember what God has done? How do we carve out time for that? How do we make rhythms in our life to rest and enjoy and worship and celebrate? Those are all big elements of Sabbath. And so anyway, just thinking about that, and then also just how as a church so many times we have so many different events because we have a number of different ministries, which is a blessing. However, there are many times when as a whole church, we don't have many events where everyone in the church can come. And so those are really rich times for us as a church family where anyone, no matter, what stage of life you're in, what you're feeling or anything that's going on, where you can just jump in, have a great time. There's something for everyone. So we'll have something that every person that comes will be able to participate in, even if it's just, engaging with someone in conversation at a table or sharing a meal with someone or, watching their little ones play in the preschool pit or, something like that. So hopefully there's a really rich time of just building relationships and just enjoying being together and worshiping together. And
I loved hearing about the Sabbath element of that. I haven't heard that before. Even though I work here, I haven't been in all the meetings, and so I didn't share. That's new. Oh, Dang. That's new.
I didn't share that in any of the meetings, but that's just deep from my heart.
Well, I love hearing about that. That's one of the commandments us Americans tend to kind of dismiss, especially in our go culture.
Yeah.
So I love to hear that. And you also mentioned kind of doing things together. How does Play, Worship, Pray help us be even more of a church family?
Yeah. So just the way that we're organizing it is every different ministry. So I'll just start with kids ministry, youth ministry, college ministry, men's and women's, and worship community. We will all be there doing different elements. So we're not going to leave, we're not sending the kids away out of the sanctuary. All the activity is going to be in the sanctuary. So that's the biggest element that really brings us together is we're here. If we want to go talk to the person that's over there, go talk to them. We've carved out that time so that we can just be relational with one another, enjoy the time together. and hopefully meet people that we wouldn't, maybe have time to have a good heart conversation with on a Sunday morning or something like that. Or maybe we just, haven't been engaged in a small group in a while, but we notice, hey, there's lots of new families or people that I've been meaning to introduce myself. It's just a great opportunity to really do that.
Yeah, some of my favorite memories from growing up here at CF, and like when we would used to go to Donnie's house, the college pastor's, and before we would go down to his basement and have like a weekly summer CF Live, we would often play wiffle ball in the front yard with his two older boys. And that was so much fun, even when they got really upset because they lost. I don't know why, but it was just like a super fun time. But that's like, that's college kids, and I don't know how old they were, but they were young.
Yeah.
Younger then. So you kind of spoke about some things that we'll be doing there between having a meal with people, conversations with friends, ball pit for the little ones. What overall, can you name some specific things that we'll be doing there together?
Yeah, so the very beginning of the event will be very informal. People just will come when they come, and will be able to just kind of go around and participate in the activities that they want to, just as they arrive. The doors will open at 5, so if people have young kids, they need to get home before 7 or whatever, they can come, kind of have their bit and then, leave when they need to do that. But then after that time where it's just really informal and people are just having a really great time together, then we'll step into our celebratory style worship time. And our hope is that it'll be something that we can go from just having a lot of fun, just interacting, playing games, then to, okay, let's celebrate, our great God, and doing that together. And, my hope is that, we'll be able to engage, whoever would like to join in and like just dancing and having a good time and just a lighter sense of the evening. So
I've heard there'll be some worship songs that are, specifically geared towards the younger ones, as well as some ones that we're more used to in Sunday mornings. But are there some ones specifically geared towards the younger ones?
Yeah, we're working on that. So, yeah.
So to come.
Yeah. We are totally on top of that.
Well, that's great. I'm looking forward to that.
And,
that's not something I normally do on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
But that still is worship, and I've heard there's going to be maybe some video games, maybe some Mario Kart there.
Oh, yeah. Yep, college is doing that. And I think, cfKidz will have I don't know how to describe it because it's, it's all very new. But we'll just call it a dance party shed. It'll all be...
Maybe not a shed. Maybe not call it a shed.
Well, it's about the size of a real nice shed.
A small barn.
But there's no actual roof. No, it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be like a little alcove, if you will.
Gotcha.
And we'll have some stuff from our YouTube channel from cfKidz, and just some great Christian music and great resources. That's kind of one of the things that I love to do just in my role, is introduce kids and family to just some incredible resources that are just out there for families and kids to be enriched by just in their faith and have fun with, because there's so much great stuff out there. So this is one of those times when we'll be sharing a lot of that with people as well.
It's cool. So. Yeah, it's tempting for me to go down that rabbit trail because as someone who loves media, I'd love to.
Yeah.
But we mentioned food earlier. What's the down low on food?
Yeah, so food, you're welcome to bring your own if you want to just bring a meal for your family. But then also we will have a vendor there. So I believe it's Saucy Dogs is the vendor that will be there. So if you want to just buy food when you get there, you're welcome to do that as well.
Yeah, which is great. I'll probably buy a hot dog, but my wife, who has a ton of food allergies, likes that,
Yeah, be able to just bring whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So who should come? Who's invited?
Everybody. I mean, really, the goal is that this would be just a blast for our church family. So if you want to invite somebody, a neighbor or whatever, that's fine. But this really is for us, our church family, and just being together. We, as a church who does so much outreach and does so much in our community, we really, as a church family, need times where we are being together and enjoying one another and just the gifts that we have to bring.
Yeah.
And so sometimes that's just a face-to-face conversation, or just sitting and laughing together, about the crazy thing that happened this week or whatever it is. So that's all good stuff.
Yeah, one of my favorite events that we do is like the Labor Day. I always mix up Labor Day more. The Labor Day picnic. It's not usually on Labor Day, but we do it together because it's just a bunch of people coming together.
Yeah.
And this kind of feels like a similar thing.
Yeah.
Where we're just coming together, having some fun as a church family, in the sense that all ages, everybody should come. When is it?
Yeah, it is May 17th. And the start time is at 5 o'clock, and then it'll go all the way until about 8:30. And we'll have cleanup and stuff after that. So if you are interested in coming, come. If you're interested in helping with it, we'll certainly love to talk to you about that if you're interested in helping out with getting things set up and cleaned up from the event.
Where can they go to see that type of information and even more info?
Yeah, go to our website, christianfellowship.com, and we've got all the details for you.
Yeah. Well, thanks for talking with us today.
Yeah,
this was fun. I mean, I loved hearing. We were the first to hear about the Sabbath piece. I really like that. Yeah.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
Liz Langsteiner did say hi.
Oh, hey, Liz. Welcome back.
She made a comment about not having to cook on the Sabbath.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it works together.
Yeah.
So
for me, that's not as big a deal because what I do usually can't be called cooking, but
Right. Yeah.
Microwave stuff. But anyway, that'll wrap up. With that note, that'll wrap things up. Like we said, I think we'll have the link in the comments. Thanks for watching. You have a blessed day, and we hope to see you there.